great winter after having a bit of a break after Paris. She's a very, very competent paddler. You can see paddling on different sides. The wind that is blowing will affect those paddlers slightly. So you can see Charlotte will normally paddle on the left-hand side just to try and adjust her boat on the start line to get in lane. But actually her main competitors in Scarf and Adler also, probably managing those conditions on the start line well. It's definitely a challenge in those big VAR boats to get the line right. You can see Charlotte just backing out. That shows her experience. She's not happy with her line, so she's just taking the time to back out. She's noticed that the others are now doing it, so you can see it's going to get a bit messy. Over in lane 2, there's a boat that is completely wonky, and that's Emily Pax, who's from Australia. It's her debut competition, so that's a really tricky course and tricky conditions to try and manage when it's your first experience. So I'm sure hopefully she'll take a deep breath and be able to set herself. But this can create a bit of havoc on the start line for these athletes. I can remember in Moscow, Ross, back in 2014, I think we were held on the start line for about 11 minutes as boats struggled to get in and out of the bucket. So it's definitely a challenge, but I'm sure she will set herself now. Important to stay calm.
Yes, not get stressed about it. There's they're very generous with their time, and they'll give Emily a chance to, especially given this is her first meet, a chance to get it right. You can see there Anya Adler. She's just sitting there as though this is a normal day for her. She's looking very comfortable. There is Carlota Blanca from Spain is there in lane 9. So it is a full field. So the first 3 will go through to the final, 4 to 7, and then the next 8th best time to the semi-final. All right, so Emily's still struggling up there in lane. I think she's going to go in now, and I reckon the starter will let them go straight away, get this race underway. There we go. She's gone in. Well done, Emily. And we're underway, and let's keep an eye, with Charlotte Henshaw in the British boat there in lane number 8. Emma.
Yeah, Charlotte Henshaw, as expected, straight out the start, really strong. Emily Scarf from Canada staying with her. And then Santilli from Brazil over in lane 3. Oh no, sorry, that's lane 4.
It is her. It is Santilli.
Oh no, it is Santilli. Santilli just
Santilli.
Literally, literally staying up with the second place boat. But Charlotte looking in control and using that low stroke rate and that huge power she's got. She can really manage to get weight on her blade in the way that she sits, and she's able to execute that power through that stroke to mean that she can literally keep that slower stroke rate and just pull away from the field. So never in doubt for Charlotte. It's going to be tight between 2nd, 3rd and 4th. We've got the Ukrainian over in lane 1, the Brazilian in lane 3, Santilli, and Scarf next to Charlotte in lane 7. So Charlotte takes the win, Emily Scarf in 2nd, the Brazilian Santilli in 3rd. It's quite a good...
Yeah. You can see
Charlotte
the angle there
exhausted.
that some of them she does, doesn't she? You can see the angle there that some of them are crossing the line, which gives you an idea of how challenging that was out there on the water. But Charlotte Henshaw, give us some insights into what the program was for most of you in Team GB after the Paralympics. Emma, I guess nearly everyone took some time out of the water. Did they? Was that sort of mandated, or were people left to their own choices on how they should best recover from the Paralympics?
Yeah, I think a break was encouraged, but it was up to individuals to choose. I know that lots of the athletes took a big chunk of time off, although they were obviously still doing training on the land and in the gym through the winter, not necessarily back in their boats full time until January. But definitely, Charlotte was one of the athletes that came back to do some stuff pre-Christmas, but it was really as a program we started back properly in January. So she's looking strong. She's looking like that winter has paid off, and yet again showing that she's a formidable athlete.
Indeed. There we have confirmation. Henshaw first, pretty comfortable in the end. Erica Scarf from Canada, and then the Brazilian Santilli taking 3rd. So Emily Pay misses out, as does well. In fact, we have to wait and see how her time stacks up.